Hello, I'm Eric of the Telegraph Quartet, and I'm going to be taking you through my process of preparing the second movement of Ravel's String Quartet. And just a heads up, I'm going to mostly be talking for this particular video, since my current living situation makes it difficult to make too much noise. The first thing when I'm learning something new, or in this case, bringing back a piece that I've played before, is to put my violin away and take out trusty score. I can't really get to know a piece unless I have all the parts there to consider. My approach generally is to try to see the big picture first, and then work my way down to all the juicy little details. I think having an idea of where each section is going helps me to understand what the music needs in terms of pacing and trajectory, and it also makes working on the details much easier. I think I can get lost in working on details and just spend hours and hours there, but it's much more efficient if the purpose of those details are clear and how they're serving a larger purpose of basically taking us from point A to point B. The second movement is broken up mainly into three sections. There's a fast rhythmic section, and then a slow section, and then a return to the fast rhythmic section again, so an A, B, A structure. So kind of right away I know that the contrast of these different sections is going to be a big part of how I'm going to be experimenting with colors and characters, articulation, resonances, and all those fun things. I'm going to jump right into the first section, section A, which is really cool juxtaposition of different rhythms. We've got the inner voices that are basically so we've got 6 beats, 6 eighth note beats in each bar, and different people in the quartet are either going to be breaking it up in 3+3, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6, or in 2+2+2, which would be 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6, and that really gives I mean, we're all getting to 6. It's just there's different impulses in different parts of the bar. So I think in the beginning, I'm always gravitating towards either singing the bass line or the inner voices, because it helps me figure out what I need to do with my part if I know what I'm playing against. It's so much more interesting for me to be thinking about the rhythm I'm playing against rather than the rhythm I'm actually playing. So, for example, even though I'm written in 3, dum beam ba ba 1 2 3 1 2 3 and 1 2 3 1 2. For me, that doesn't quite fit the excitement of the movement, and I kind of need to be playing against kind of offset of the 1 and 2 and 1 2 3 4 5 6 1. So then I get dum be ba ba beam ba 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 be ba ba beam ba 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 be ba. So I'm trying to get all of this into my body, because I think I need to have it all in there before I rehearse with the quartet. That way I know what I'm playing off of, and I know what I'm listening for when they're playing. Even within this first section, Ravel's contrasting these pointed angular pizzicati against these more sections of lyrical melodies, but they're all within the section A, which is this sparkling energy. Now this kind of lyrical passage here, we have the cello giving still this strong rhythmic impulse, but the inner voices change to create a bubbling texture with 16th notes, and using their bow instead of pizzicato. So it kind of creates kind of a demand for the kind of sound that I would need to use in the tune. So I'm thinking that I need to be finding a sound where the melody can kind of effervesce amongst all these textures. Possibly maybe use a bow, a little bit more bow, so I get a little faster spin in the sound, and go closer to the bridge, so I get more overtones. And what I'm hoping for is that the effect is I get a sheen on the sound that I'm creating for all the other excitement to kind of reflect off of. The middle section of this movement is a completely different kind of energy, and it's marked slow. Instead of all the bubbly energy and those pitches jumping around, and the pizzicato with the kind of like pointed percussive energy, I think most of the tunes in this section are accompanied by these really kind of wonderfully flowing chromaticism. And it kind of feels to me like the tune itself is just so beautiful that the other parts just, they can't help but hang off every word of the melody. It's kind of dripping with this beautiful color and intimacy and warmth. I can't wait to hear the beginning of this because it's a Jeremiah solo and Paling solo, and they're both the registers are pretty high, which is a very unique color to put a lower voice in a higher register. And that also means that I think for the sound that I need to try to create with all the chromaticism and the slurrings, I think I'm going to try to look for some, like maybe widen my vibrato a little bit and change my ratio of resonance to core sound so there's more resonance, and try to get my sound to wrap around the melodies. Of course, I'm doing this with Joseph, so we'll have to see what solution he's come up with, and if we're on the same page as that. Alright, so I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks for listening to me ramble on, and keep an eye out for the rest of the quartet's videos this week. Feel free to subscribe, and that way you'll know when we post new videos.